Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we see out here on the road, a bit like this plank who's definitely missing a few buttons off of his remote. Or this proper garden tool who moves from the left to the right faster than a Gen Zer's thumb when they're swiping right on Tinder. Or maybe this melt in the white van who really does prove that you can drive even when you've got less mental ability than a Labubu doll. And then you've got drivers like this next mug whose daily goal is to strive to be mediocre at best, but fails more times than an octopus trying to do a Rubik's Cube. This from Richie V, and nothing quite says I still can't master reading silently, and I'm a few chapters short of a novel, like failing to give way to the right of the roundabout, and then brake check the car you just pulled out on, stop for no reason at all, other than the fact that you're a brainless gimp. And there's another lemon slice from Marky MBR, who obviously thinks that giving way to the right is just a political standpoint, and then slamming the anchors on for no reason at all, other than to show how easy it is to look like a backwards dimwit. He is to intelligence what a wasp is to a picnic. This from Red Eye 714, and I hate this. You're on a very congested motorway, yeah? And everyone's just trying to keep a nice safe distance, just try and keep the traffic flowing, but there's always one muppet who thinks he knows better than everyone else. Cuts to the left, cuts to the right, cuts in front of people, causes them to brake, causes that concertina effect. If that sap was any more inbred, it'd be wrapped in cellophane and sold in packs of 6 at the corner shop. Now you may not know this, but car bonnets have got two purposes. First one is to allow you access to the engine bay, and the second one is when the driver's got a single digit IQ, turns left without looking, it gives a cyclist something smooth to slide across. On board with Grommy on his bike. Now as we all know, roundabouts are a circle shape, and Audis have got the 4 circles of privilege, and if you're a massive Joe Blunt and drive an Audi, well you get priority over everyone at a roundabout. Okay, so we all know about yellow box junctions. They're there for a couple of reasons. One is a massive cash cow to generate revenue, and the other is to keep certain junctions clear and safe. Now, unfortunately for this donor, he never received a memo. He also never received a memo about keeping level crossings clear until you can get across them safely, especially when like the lights are flashing or the bells are ringing or something like that. You know how it goes. And now, just like the population of Wormwood Scrubs prison, he's fully behind bars. Now, you can call me old-fashioned if you will, but it's not my idea of fun, sharing the space within that level crossing with 400 to 500 tonnes of steel that's moving like about 40-50 mile an hour, I'm just guessing. But fair play to this driver, he did at least have a modicum of sense to position his vehicle so it's not on the track. So even if the train had to come, it did look like he had a chance of surviving. Then luckily for the driver, the person who's operating a level crossing has obviously opened the gates and let him go and released him without any damage at all. Unlike the driver's pants, who at this moment probably fully damaged and soiled. And now just have a look at this backwards simple and look. How do you get in that position on a roundabout? Reversing up and getting stuck on the roundabout. Okay, so as you can see, it's an unlit dual carriageway. It's at night and it's raining. What could possibly go wrong? A cretin in a car going the wrong way. That's exactly what can go wrong. Now just have a look at this low capacity cretin who's obviously a bigger melt than a chocolate teapot, coming up the dual carriageway the wrong way. How do you even get into that position? It beggars belief. Now nothing quite says that I've sniffed too much glue when I was younger, like not paying attention when you're going through a junction, regardless of who's got the right of way. And this clip from Andrew H just proves that fact, because you never know when you're going to get a twat like this in this 16.5 tonner who either doesn't see or just ignores the red light and goes straight through. Remember, the graveyards are full of people that had the right of way. This from Stephen W. Now is it just me that's noticed that when you see a large black SUV with blacked out windows, it seems to be driven by someone who's as sharp as a sandbag? And here's another low-capacity delinquent from Mano showing you how BMW lane discipline works. Notice he's got the Formula 1 ship's anchor brake light under the rear bumper there as well. This from Tony A, and nothing quite says I'm the sort of person who begins most sentences with I don't know and a shrug, and I'd get lost on my own driveway like pulling from the slip road straight into the motorway. Unbelievable. This from Jack G, and here's another driver whose brain's as functional as a seatbelt on a 2-seater sofa as he just pulls from the left straight to the right, and before anyone says he was in the wrong lane, go back and check your road markings. This one from Richie V, and I reckon this next helmet definitely takes a ruler to bed with him to measure how long he sleeps. Watching black cars straight out from the right, look like he T-boned the car on the left in the door, but then they just all drive off like happy families. And of course they got the I drive how I like because I've got the baby on board sticker in the window. This from ENF, and this is a fine example of the considerate and careful drivers we like on the road. Did you see how he waited for the pedestrians to cross and get on the footpath before the helmet drove straight through the red light? Yep, we need drivers like that on the road, like we need hemorrhoid suppositories coated in super glue. Right, now pay attention at the back, you're about to learn something new. White arrow, blue circle, what does it mean? It means you can do a U-turn over the grass like a Joe Blunt and then exit onto the opposite carriageway into the outside lane. Easy. This from Stuart, and how many times do I have to say this? Midwives, please. When you put a newborn baby into an incubator, please ensure it's connected to the electric and not the gas, because if not, this is what we have to deal with decades down the line. Now, there's a couple of things in life you never want to do. First is get paralytic drunk and fall asleep in a ladyboy bar in Thailand. Second is put chili seeds in your own eyes. And third is stop dead in the near side lane of the motorway for no reason at all when you've got a 44-tonne truck up your arse. Right, for those of you who still ain't got a dash cam but you want one, here's your chance. Go down in the description down below, click on the link, use promo code RM15 at the checkout, get yourself a Road Angel dash cam and save yourself 15%. Here we are on board with Moosey and he's just stopping at these red lights, as you can see. But when you're a couple of real warm fridges, you don't stop at no red light, you just keep going straight through, keep proving that the human gene pool has become very diluted, and keep proving that evolution is on a work to rule. Right, you're going to love this one. As you can see, busy motorway, lots of traffic, but a clear hard shoulder on the left, so why not use it? And boy, that massive Joe Blunt in that red car was definitely using it. Well, now he's going to lose it. Yeah, lose money in the way of a fine, that is. What a tit. Never mind about driving on the hard shoulder. You know what you don't want to do? Drive straight across the road into the back fence of the school. You know, engineers have worked for decades to improve safety in vehicles. But space cadets like that have worked equally hard to overcome that safety. This from Steve B, and here we go. Typical wet firework in a Porsche. Thinks he's fast and furious, but if the police catch hold of him, he'll be feeling poundless and pointless. On board with Grommy again. Just have a look at this bell end in this silver Merc with the pitch black windows who just pulled straight out in front of him, and no surprise how dark they were. Yeah, his flag's definitely flying at half mast. Guys, if you like what you've seen so far and I put a smile on your face, can I ask you a favour? Just please hit that little like and subscribe button down below if you haven't done it already, because it really does help me out. Right, thank you. Oh, and hello to Harley Baldwin. Hope you're doing well, mate. Be lucky. Right, let's have a look at some 2-wheel-2 brain cell bottom feeders. Okay, so first out the gate, we've got this smooth brain doofus. Look, comes straight through the red light there. Why is it that some cyclists cannot comprehend the highway code, red traffic lights and self-preservation? Just watch this space cadet with a bobble hat on, comes through their red light and then just stops in the middle of the junction. That's a sort of backwards mug that tries playing a piano with boxing gloves on. Here we go, knobhead here, out on his bike, going for the personal best. The wind's behind him today. This is his best chance he's ever going to have. At this moment in time, he's feeling like Lance Armstrong. Hits the wall, now it's all gone wrong. Hasta la vista, baby. Okay, so here's another Fruit Loop, been out for a nice ride on his bike, returning home. He's made lots of memories today, but none as spectacular as the memory of driving your car into the car park while the bike's still attached to the roof of the car. Judging by that double face palm right there, I think it's fair to say that he's had better days. Now, if you've got bad teeth and you're missing quite a few, you can get dental implants. But when you want to have a good laugh, just watch some mugs have some face plants. And then we got Roger Ramjet here going through the water instead of riding round it, and he pays the ultimate price and ends up looking like a washed up jellyfish you find on the beach when you're at the seaside. And look at that face. I'd say his handlebar's gone somewhere where it weren't meant to go. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I put a playlist up here on the right for if you want to go and watch some more of my videos. Thanks so much to everyone who sent in clips. Have a fantastic weekend and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.